Yes? My goodness! Wherever did you obtain such a rare and valuable thing? This is amazing. I'll start to read the Draconian language aloud immediately, and translate afterwards. Here we go. Furfurcomes est magnus, apparens ut servus cauda flammea. In omnibus mentitur nisi. What? What is happening? Divine have mercy! It's a summoning circle! Watch out!
My backpack is full of... Is it? Wait! Heavy.
My word, what a fight that was. Silence is golden. I'll remember that. Now, I do think some kind of reward is in order here. So how about I fill that coin purse of yours? We Gremmeries are wealthy enough and always properly thank our benefactors. Spend it wisely, Slayer.
As you can see, there are many dangers that may be found in some books. Maybe you should refrain from reading demonic incantations and simply seek out Lord Lovis, yes?
to the collection.
Well done. We are here. Lord Lovis is close by.
Shiny. Shiny.
The scroll bears a spell in an alphabet you can read, but its meaning remains nonsensical to you. I wonder what that did.
You have come here, living flesh, to seek audience with Lord Lovis? Then prove you have the knowledge required to meet him. To whom was Lord Lovis born? Very good. Who does Lord Lovis serve? Very good. What was Lord Lovis's greatest victory? Very good. Who was the fiend that set in motion Lord Lovis's downfall? Very good. What was Broken Valley called when Lord Lovis still ruled supreme? Very good. And that completes this test of knowledge. Your wisdom is exemplary. You may address my master and wear the pendant with which his house is symbolized.
What have we here? A mortal wandered into my tower. By accident, I'm sure. A fellow dragon knight sent a champion. An interesting turn of events, though not unexpected. Oh yes, I do, dragon friend. Even if my sight was taken from me, I would still smell the stink of Black Ring presence. You may do so freely. Our antagonism is no secret. Was she now? And how is it I may help you? As luck would have it, I know what Talana wants to do. And though I applaud her intent, I am apprehensive of her immediate goal. The Hall of Echoes. No. You call us betrayers, but it is we who were betrayed. Damien corrupted the mind of a fellow knight and made him stab your godlike champion in the back. He did what he set out to do. The Divine is dead. His demonic army suffered great losses, yes, but away from human eyes, he is rebuilding his forces. How well he planned his devious game. Higelna was revenged, and while he knew it would take decades to regain his strength, the Damned One made sure mankind had another enemy to fight. Which was exactly what the Slayers did. They eradicated the old race, paying no heed to the slumbering threat that is Damien. Therein dwells the soul of his one great desire, Higelna. He and she are soul-forged, one in spirit and being. When death dawns on either of them, it takes them both. But Damien cast the spell when his beloved had, but moments before, suffered bloody execution. This reversed the nature of the spell. Now, should Higelna be brought back to life, it is Damien who will die. That was Talana's quest. Now it is yours. I cannot say, though I know my former master, Maxos the Dragon Mage, once found him. As always, he wrote down all the research he did. This book must still be in his temple, not far from here. No one has been there for a very long time. I possess a key. It is now yours. Finding the Hall of Echoes will be a long and tough journey, but should you succeed, our old enemy will be destroyed. Go to the temple, find the book. While you are there, maybe you can take care of some small matter for me. My salvation. I do not dwell here, a mockery of both life and death, by my own will or wish. No, my friend. I failed Maxos, and this is my punishment. I was tasked to guard these lands against demonic incursions. But as time passed and my might rose, I grew callous and decadent. Vigilance traded places with indulgence, duty with sloth. When the demon lord Baal came, and with him his armies, the valley was overrun. This is why I was punished. Your words are harsh, but they ring true. Nevertheless, I have sought redemption, but received none. Too long, champion, have I been rotting without decay. Maxos ripped my soul from my body and imprisoned it in a soul stone in his temple, close by, yet an infinity away. Go to the temple and bring me back my soul. It is in the possession of my old rival, Amdusias. Destroy him and return. I assure you, your reward will be substantial. He was a wizard of such vast knowledge he became respected by dragons. They taught him things no human had ever heard of. When he built his battle tower, a giant spire filled with magic, they gave him the ultimate ability. Like themselves, he could turn ordinary beings into dragon knights, which made him the most powerful creature in Riverlong, save for those of the ancient race. He could have conquered and enslaved this world if he wished, or turned it into a paradise. But that kind of power and dominance, be it for good or evil, did not interest him in the slightest. Only knowledge counted for him while his dragon knights ruled Riverlong. Knights such as Orobas, Talana, and myself. Until one day he disappeared under circumstances unknown and was never heard of again. This was almost a millennium ago. Ever since then, his battle tower stood empty. Until Lycan broke its magic seal and used the citadel as a laboratory to conduct his dark experiments. The dragons are the old ones. The dragon knights their most powerful servants. Chosen by dragons when quite young and imbued with dragon magic. They are more powerful and intelligent than normal humans, even live much longer. Their most amazing gift is the mastery of the dragon form. In the guise of our dragon masters, we, their knights, are kings among men, rulers with powers unmatched. When the true dragons show themselves less and less over the centuries, the common folk made no distinction between the two anymore. Now some don't even realize there is a... What do they say? That you were a slayer once. Only when the blood of the dragon flows through your veins like 1,000 fires of might and lore are you truly born. What came before matters not. It was of no consequence or validity whatsoever. Only the raw dragon power that is locked in Maxos Dragonstone may unleash your slumbering dragon potential. That it is in the battle tower, and in the battle tower is Lycan. He is the necromancer. Probably the vilest living creature in Rivellon, sicker even than the Damned One, and second only in power to Damien. Death, pain, mutilation, and horrible resurrection are his life, and very much his lust. To become a dragon, you will have to destroy him. Indeed, yes, I have, and have grown more knowledgeable and more bitter in all those many years. Most have forgotten me, but I have not forgotten Rivellon. With great fury, I watched Damien destroy her as I stood helplessly by. It is good to know that at last another strives to spell his doom and at the same time redeem the name of dragons. When Damien grew up under the tutelage of the Divine, he was unaware of the fact that he was the incarnation of the great evil destroyed by his foster father. But the Black Ring knew, and sent a young witch to awaken his dormant powers. This she did, and they even fell in love. All went well for the pair until Ygelna was found out and beheaded by the Divine. Damien, who had in the meantime, in the strictest of secrecy, become a great wizard, soul forged himself with his beloved as she felt the blade. It was then that the first demon war was waged and won by the Divine and his army of paladins. The second Damien Scourge, the Great War, fared less advantageously, as you are well aware. It ended in no more than a bitter stalemate. The winner has yet to be decided. A long time ago, he and I were chosen by Maxos to become Dragon Knights. But one day, when we were young men, not a day over 17, and as brazen as all youths are, we tried to utter spells too potent for our still novice-like capabilities. A hurricane of flame ripped through a small city, killing hundreds. In awe, we stared at the beauty that is apocalypse, until our tutor arrived upon the scene. Enraged, he vowed he would teach us the constraint and responsibility that come with the ways of the wizard. To make sure we'd listen, he said only one of us would become a Dragon Knight. Ever since that moment, Amdusius and I became bitter rivals in the race for dragonhood. A race I ultimately won. Amdusius remained an acolyte in the Maxos Temple, where he now, with boundless glee, holds my soul in his possession. As you wish, Dragon Knight.
Congratulations, my friend. You have made it further than Damien would have ever expected, I venture to say. But I knew there would be no stopping you, as I knew the same of the Divine when I first met him. Still a confused adventurer, not unlike yourself, who suddenly became the very protagonist of a great drama, the outcome of which has yet to be written. At least we know now what kind of tale we would like this to be. Succeed, and it shall be an epic. Fail, and it shall be a tragedy. You are the hero, Damien the villain, and Lord Lois told you who shall be the Deus Ex Machina. Ygerne we shall strive to resurrect, so that her life will be the damned one's death. There is poetry in that, don't you think? The stuff of legends. And we are getting closer. Think and fight your way through this temple, and you will reach Sentinel Island. Then comes the battle tower, your dragonhood, and so, Damien's inevitable defeat.
You are here, Initiate, to prove your worth. You seek to be complete, whereas now you are broken. Is wise, a sage among the ignorant. He knows not all that glitters is gold.
This room, it holds hands with death.
To resist temptation is wisdom, Maxwell seems to say. Then, by the same token, every priest is wise. Are you as skeptical as I am?
The dragon is perceptive, his eyes alert as his mind. Only he discerns a difference in a mirror. You are here, Initiate, who seek to be complete. dragon is one.
To resist temptation is wisdom, Maxwell seems to say. Then, by the same token, every priest is wise. Are you as skeptical as I am?
The dragon is perceptive, only he.
The difference was a fleck of dust when I ran the trials, but you did well enough for an impromptu dragon initiate.
dragon is as agile as he is strong. Before the wings comes the feline leap.
Good kitty.
So, you search for this little Lycan Zulu serpent squire? He calls me Sasan because I resemble her. Piece me together, he did, in her semblance. He is my supreme master, stronger than Maxus. He schemed and slayed, struggled and slaughtered. It is his since he took it. Power ensures sovereignty. The necromancer, this is he. His is a tower. His is the sovereignty of death. No one can vanquish him. his lover. Do you honestly think I care? You shall never pass the last trial, silly little slayer. May you suffer endlessly in the eternal maze.
The last notes of a poor soul that perished in this dungeon are scribbled on this message. The words "Eternal Maze" were hectically written again and again all over the sheet of paper. Either this fellow had a knack for minimalist poetry, or the maze really got to him.
I'm glad to see your eternity in this maze prove to be as short-lived as mine.
Made it down, but to no avail, as you now dwell among the cursed. Amdusius the Proud I have bound here. Amdusius must fall. What is dragon against my will must be human by yours. If not, this is where the path of dragonhood ends.
miserable. We have been looking for that damn book for days now.
Damien won't be pleased.
I know that. No need to remind me. It has to be here somewhere.
Stop! Stop, you fools! Leave my library! Oh, I can't even see.
I need a break. Patchy, it's your turn to...
Hey, who's there? Oh, Damien won't be pleased.
An intruder? Let's kill him and keep the body parts for our necromancers.
Oh, Damien will be pleased.
There's a potion right about now.
What does time mean in this eternal vault? Am I still sane?
I repent, Maxos, I repent. Annoying creatures messing with my books. But what have we here? An initiate who successfully ran the trials. It has been ages, literally. Oh, yes. Maxos' impish take on crime and punishment. Most priests that served in this temple became disloyal, you see. Started to worship Lovis or Amtusias. All were cursed. Lovis in his tower, Amtusias on the blood altar, and us, the followers, in between. I am the librarian, and the collection you see here is the greatest one on dragon lore in all of Ribelon. I seem to have misplaced one book, though. The first part of the infamous Orbis Arcesso. I haven't seen it since Amdusius became a dragon knight, but should you come across it, I would reward you well. A most fascinating tome, I'm sure. But I've never had the honor of reading it myself. If it was in this library, I would know. But unless Maxos had it on him when he disappeared, it should still be in the temple at least. Who knows where it may be hidden? Who may have gotten his hands or claws on it? To understand, you must know that Maxos, for all his powers, was surprisingly naive in his assessments of human character. He figured all his dragon knights would naturally take on their role as fair but aloof rulers, not thinking of the ambitions men foster. Lord Lovis cared little for Maxos, but used his powers to live a life of luxury as he ruled with iron fist. Amdusias was consumed by rage when his master decided he would never become a dragon, and went out of his way to become one, whatever the cost. 'Tis a cost we all pay now. For when Maxos learned the details of Lovis's ways and Amdusias's dealings, he cursed them and all who supported them. I was a loyal follower, but in his wrath Maxos did not spare me. I care little, though. As long as I have my library, eternity may live up to its definition as far as I am concerned. Fare thee well. We should have poisoned his wine.
Lovis's cruelty seems undiminished still. We were parted ages ago, and still...
You must wish to die young, lingering here, mortal. Many have perished here, whether they wished it or not. We were cursed by Maxos, together with our old master, the Dragon Lord Lovis. Wine and women are hardly vices, are they? His deeds were of a very different order. His inebriation he derived from torture. His ecstasy from slaughter. Lovis was a tyrant, and we his meek subjects. For our failure to stand up to him, Maxos deemed us equally responsible. We admired, then feared him, yes. But perhaps we were also cowards. There is. Find Lord Lovis's soul stone and smash it on the altar of blood. This will bind Lovis's ghost to his tower until the end of days and release us from our torment. Thank you, mortal. You have made a just decision. Find Amdusius on the blood altar and take the stone away from him.
Who are you, pigeon? Dropping that you resemble to disturb the peace in my temple. Don't utter that name! How dare you speak of that fool in here? You defy me? The nerve you show, louse! Now, die and rot, insolent one!
Amdusius will fiercely defend the altar, but I have the feeling you'll have to brave his attacks.
We should have poisoned his wine, my brother.
bribed one of his women.
And had her...
This strange tome is filled, you assume, with the secrets to many wondrous magics. To your frustration, you must acknowledge this book is written in an alphabet you cannot read.
again, Initiate. A most fascinating tome, I'm sure. But if it was in this library, who knows where it may be? Fairly well.
This is the diary of Fendrel, a priest who was obviously displeased with the disloyalty around him. It would appear he discovered the formula Amdusius used to take the dragon form. He needed access to the Orbis Arcesso Part 1, his own blood and some dragon scales from the blood altar. Fendrel searched Amdusius' small room for evidence, but found none.
Another one to add to the collection. Shiny. Another one to add to the collection.
This is the diary of Benedict, a fierce supporter of Amdusius' rise to power. He goes on and on about how Maxos is too weak, and how men as ambitious as Amdusius should have every opportunity to become dragons. He despises a certain Fendrel, who lectures other priests about the dangers of defying Maxos, but he's confident this little weasel will be dealt with soon enough.
Another one to add to the collection.
This is Amdusius' chest. What is the past? More's the pity.
Shiny.
This is Amdusius. More's the pity. This is the diary of Francis, which can mainly be read as a biography of Amdusias, whom he greatly admires. Amdusias was an initiate, destined to become a dragon knight, but Lovis turned out to be the better of the two and was chosen over him. He has hated his rival Lovis ever since, but not as much as Maxos, whom he has sworn to topple. This is the first part of the Orbis Arcesso, an extremely rare and obscure book that details many forbidden incantations. This is the book Amdusias used to bypass the dragon ritual and take the worm's shape. The book concludes with the advice to always have the second part handy, because many reversal spells are to be found in that volume should anything go wrong.
Hello again, initiate. Yes, there it is. How can I reward you, my good friend? But of course, here you go. And take this book as well. It will prove very useful should you one day become a dragon knight. A most epic Hugo, Heath, Lord Amdu. I was a loyal follower.
This is the diary. He goes on. He despises a certain...
Mike.
This is the second part of the Orbis Arcesso, in which you hope to find a way to strip Amdusias from his dragon form. Lo and behold, after hours of reading, you find the spell you need. As it was with Amdusias, you'll need some of his blood and dragon scales for the incantation to prove useful. With a dusty thud, you slam...
My kind bibliophile. Hugo, under Heath, Lord Amdu. I was very well.
This is the second part. Quickly, as it was with Amdusius. Amdusius is about to be unpleasantly surprised.
This cannot be. What have you done, accursed devil? Curse that name, and curse you! I'll reduce you to a footless, handless, blind lump for me to mock and torture.
Yeah.
The book. This is it. Read it. Memorize it.
The stone almost pulsates in your hands, and deep within you can see a distant sphere of life angrily resisting its confinement. Amidst the sound of 1,000 splinters screeching, a scream of endless anguish echoes and dies away.
I have a feeling Lord Lovus will regret that decision. You certainly just gave him the time to do so. So that is how Maxos did it. A real dragon told him where to find the Hall of Echoes, and gave him a sigil that may open it. In Alaroth lies a shield, and in the battle tower a spell, both of which we will need. That is how we must proceed then, to the battle tower, where also lies the dragon stone that will grant you the dragon's shape.
Thank you, friend. To the Hall of Echoes at last. You have done it. I can feel it.
Lovis shall ever suffer, and we are free. You chose the right path over gold. The wisdom trial was not wasted on you. Be blessed, adventurer, and farewell.
Did you know, hatchling, that as a ruler, it is much better to be feared than to be loved? Problem is, it has turned out you are quite fearless. However, there is a very fine line between heroism and stupidity, and in deciding to oppose me, you have most certainly shown the latter. Igerna is not yours to quest for. No! The journey ends here. Now!
Congratulations, Initiate. You have passed the trials. Enter the battle tower freely, and seek me out in the throne room.
Be welcome, Dragon Knight, to Sentinel Island, the home of dragons of old, now a harbor of horror and insanity. I am beyond sanity or madness. My consciousness is of other proportions. That consciousness now rejoices as it sees the prophecy nearing completion. You shall be the new inhabitant of the battle tower, and I, the island, have brought you your servants. Indeed, the tower was designed to meet the Dragon Knight's needs. You shall be provided with an alchemist, a necromancer, a trainer, and an enchanter. 8 are on my surface, 4 shan't see another day. You decide who serves and who dies. 4 totems make for 4 choices, but talk to the candidates first. They know you are here. They are representatives, hidden now, but ordered to appear when they sense your presence. Talk to them when you have made up your mind. You'll soon see. They shall then do the hard work for you. But judge you must, or I will randomly do so. 4 shall live, 4 shall die, whether you decide for them or not. I am Sentinel Island, yes. And I lived in perfect symbiosis with Maxus's magic, until he left me, and Lycan took his place. I do not know. It seems I have always been, since the earliest days of Rivellon. Soon the dragons flocked to my shores, drawn by the magic within and around me. Oh, I don't have a real name. It's just what the rare visitors started calling me after Maxus built his tower. He was the only human who could ever fathom at least part of the power that I am. But one day he was gone, and not even I know where he went or why. It is the raw power of creation that can bring beings to a state of transcendence and grant them untold powers. The race of dragons is the only one that could eventually master it. So now my magic has become synonymous with them. Good luck, Dragon Knight. Choose well.
We have been here but moments, yet our meeting has been strange. Such is the nature of this place. But we cannot waver now. The Dragonstone must be ours, so the power of the dragon may be yours.
How did you... Back off now!
I'm warning you, I know magic. De gustibus et coloribus. What? No fireball? Wait, a nice storm. Sic transit gloria mundi! No, that one doesn't work either. Aria jacta est! Fluctuat net mergitur! No. Cogito ergo sum! I think I'd better run now.
Shiny.
Apparentrari nantes in get. A trick, I say! You'll steal my eardrums as I sleep? Ah, yes, the dragon yields before my power. I am invincible. The walrus! Most certainly. Kneel before you. Although the last, not least. No. But I want me soup. Wyvern, yeah? Delicious wyvern soup. But I want the ultimate. Bring me a wyvern mother egg, lizard king, and I'll give you Mr. Shiny. Yes! Up the big spire you go! He's a smart one, he is. Click and chest is open. Click and chest is closed. Made him with me own teeth. They were shiny. Now, all old and yellow. Wyvern pin? What a view! But fire rains down! Do you have a water umbrella? The slave of the master of the mouse? He's up in his tower all day, but left without poor me. The other threw me out, though I bit at his ankles. Maxos, the Great One, I'll guard my cave with the vigilance of a Buddha.
you come to mock me again, like an old corpse idolater? Oh, forgive me, stranger. I have seen none other than him for as long as it takes the wind to carve new designs in these rocks. My name is Jonah, and I am a fisherman. A long time ago, my crew and I were attacked by Mocha Dick, the biggest, most vicious whale ever to have terrorized the waves. He sunk our ship and ate us all like we were mackerel. But my spirit made it back to shore, and I have been sitting here fishing for him ever since. Lycan sometimes comes to ridicule me, but I care not. I shall not rest until I have caught my whale. He's more demon than whale, and probably lives as long as those abominations. He'll bite someday. He must, stranger. He simply must. He took something. I lost. Oh, I don't like to talk about it. I'm sorry. But I must have it back. I'll have it back. When my ghost escaped from the stomach of the whale, I wandered the ocean for a long time. I saw vast wastes and mountain ranges, cities long lost and civilizations gone. One day, I ventured upon an enormous mountain that arose from the bottom of the ocean. I climbed and climbed until I reached the end of endless waters. Here I was on Sentinel Island, source of dragon magic, playground of a psychotic necromancer. I have seen her, but she does not visit me. I am dead, after all, and none of her concern. And good luck to you, friend, whatever your quest may be.
Here I lie in wind-swept grave, while temperate skies are all I crave.
This grave is important. I can sense it. Be on the lookout for magic that may leash the...
Attack me, human. I wish you no harm, unlike the rest of my kin. We are known as the Dragon Elves, an artificially engineered race created by the dragons themselves. They wanted their island to be protected by beings that were to be strong and fearsome like themselves, but not as intelligent. The race of elves at that time, still newfangled, was deemed suitable, and soon the crossbreed was established. It was not always so. Lycan's cruel reign defiled their very being. But I saw what was happening and withdrew to my cave, where I found solitude and knowledge in books. So let me assure you again, I pose no danger. I'm not like the other dragon elves. Ah yes, I do apologize. It's my wyvern salve you smell. I apply the salve before every egg hunt. I very much enjoy a wyvern omelette in the morning. I'll gladly give you a modicum if you do me a small favor. I reside in a small cave here, but for one reason or the other, some ghosts have begun to haunt it. I'll admit they frighten me. Please destroy them and the balm is yours. They moved in after our dragon lords had left. Very territorial. That's one of their trademarks. They'll attack anyone who approaches their nests. That's why I also tend to collect anything they can find, especially things that glitter in the sun. I bet they've amassed a whole treasure trove of items by now. Riches for the taking, if you could reach them. Goodbye, human.
Another one to add to the collection. Another one to add to the collection.
You return. The go well done. Finally, I'll be able to get some rest. But wait a minute. That's my gem. Good, good. I'm very attached to it. Here's the Wyvern salve as promised. Good luck.
Moment of your time. Please, stranger, might you be the Dragon Knight we were told about?
Oh, please, have mercy on us, Knight. Wesson is a great enchanter. Pick him, please.
All right, Ginny, all right. I'm sure this knight will give my candidacy the proper consideration. Let me assure you, my wife is quite right. I am an enchanter, no small renown in a shop in Alaroth that is popular even among champions.
Oh, yes, ever so popular. General Augustus is a client of ours, and Deodatus himself walked in once. My husband's the best, kind master. The very best.
An enchanter uses crystals, ores, and written enchantments to augment the strength, the abilities of weapons, armors, jewelry, and so on. Needless to say, the right type of enchantment can aid adventurers tremendously in combat, especially if they are adapted to have specific uses in specific circumstances. Some creatures have a natural weakness for certain types of poison, for instance, which makes a poison enchantment all the more powerful. That means it's a good idea to have a varied arsenal of weapons and armor on you, but you can also disenchant a favorite piece of equipment and add a new quality to it. General Augustus is the most senior champion there is. He's not a young man anymore, but he's so highly respected. He's almost idolized.
In the Great War against Damien and his demon army.
It started with my fascination for precious gems. Soon I learned about their magical potential. That's when I started to spend time experimenting in my uncle's smithy.
And soon he became the greatest enchanter in Rivellon. A king among men.
Ginny, please.
Deodatus is the chief healer of the town. A very
Not to mention a known eccentric, but I must admit, his healing skills are legendary. Yes, we do. He and his daughter live in Alaroth.
Odious man. Once, when Wessant wasn't looking, he grabbed my... Well, I won't tell you what, but it was very inappropriate. Good or bad is entirely up to you, merciful knight.
have yet to reach your alchemy platform, candidates, Dragon Knight. I shall await